Alright, back with another one of these. I'm not gonna go in any specific order, I'm just gonna go in any order. Pick one. Alright. This one. Soul Warrior. He's like, not, he's like not really even a boss. C tier. He's the most mid that you could ever find. He doesn't really belong in the pantheons. Let's do this one. Mossy. He's a meme boss. Also, we're judging this not on difficulty, but on how I like them. A tier. I like petting him. Radiance. This is good boss, solid boss, but actually, yeah, it was really hard on my first playthrough, and like, yeah, it's consistently difficult. It's pretty hard on your first playthrough. It gets consistently easier, and it gets easier and easier, and it's the final boss, and it's super cool. So yeah. And Trader Lord. This one, solid B tier. So you need Shadow Cloak, you need Shade Cloak, and I kind of like that. And I like the lore about it. And but he does feel a bit, I don't know what the right word is, like, clunky? I don't know. Like, a bit big. That's gonna be the placeholder for the word I'm trying to find for now. Sometimes, but overall, pretty good. Let's do Nosk. D tier. I'm gonna leave that like that. He's, like, the build-up is amazing, but I don't think he deserves the build-up. He's not difficult. He's scary as heck. But that's only on the first time encountering him. He's not he's just, the build-up carries it. And the scariness factor. Grozmother, first boss in the game, unless you do False Knight. It was my first boss. Mid, like C tier. It's good, but it's good, not too difficult. That's good because it's an early game boss. But being an early game boss, I think, is what holds it back. I feel like they could have had they could have done a lot more with that idea, and like possibly giving it more interesting attacks, and maybe like spawning more like tiny things to attack you. But right now it's kind of sitting at like mid C tier. Sly. I used to like not know how to defeat this guy, but he's pretty fun. I like him. I like bosses that are not super fast paced like this guy, and that are like pretty much the same size that you are. It feels very grounded. Hornet Sentinel? Yeah, Hornet Sentinel. This is probably the first S tier boss. It's really hard on your first fight of it, but it's really fun to like learn and respond to it, and it feels very fast paced. I really like that. Markoth F tier. No questions asked. No eyes. E tier. It's not Markoth. No, actually, this is an F tier. I'm just... How do I make something lower? I don't know. Oh, I don't know how to make it lower. Add a row below. Mark off. Let's make this gray. So, the brothers. This is... I'm deciding between S and A. I think top of A tier is good. They're, like, it feels almost like a faster False Knight. And I feel like that would just be Failed Champion. But these ones, I like the fact that there's a lot of strategy involved. And, like, there are 2 of them. I just like them. Speaking of False Knight, he's on my mind now. Very good starting boss. He's very easy. He's very readable, and he's just good early game boss. Flukmarm, E tier. It's either the hardest thing or the easiest thing you face, and it's just kind of boring. None of the dream bosses are really good. Zero is, like, gonna be the highest one. I kind of like him. He's up here with Nosk. Yep! He's got... Yep! Yep! I did! I did! Okay. Anyways, so... Okay. So... This is fun to do. I really like the second phase. Well, I don't really like it, but I like it more because it's more fast. I like fast bosses. Like, not too super fast. This guy. You know, I'm gonna cut it some slack. It's one of the earliest. It's one of the earliest bosses, and it's optional, so that's always a plus. But it's not hard, so it shouldn't be optional. I just don't get why this exists. Yeah, I just don't get why it exists. Umu. It's like a C tier, normally, like F tier in the Pantheons. So let's just put it in D. Yeah. It's fine with your buddy Quirrell to help you, but whoever thought using the explodey jellyfishes to hit it was a madman. It's like, I'm a bad player, like a casual player, and that's hard for me to do. Galleon, E tier. His attacks are easy to dodge with dashes. Yeah, that's about it. He, like, it's very repetitive. God Tamer, C tier. I don't get why it's not just God. Why did they add the Tamer? You're, like, not gonna focus on them ever. But aside from that, it's pretty good. It's just like Brooding Moloch combined with Marmu, so not terrible. This guy. Okay. This guy is terrible. Above no eyes. Well, he's not horrible to fight. So these two tiers, this one is reserved for him. This tier is for bosses that are actively unfun to play. This is not unfun, it's just super boring. And it's super easy, so... And it's not even like a late boss, you need Dreamnail to get this. Well, it's like a mid-game boss. I don't get why mid-game bosses should be this easy. Mid-game bosses are like... I guess this guy finishes off the early game. This, and like... I don't really know. But like, it's just boring. Sisters of Battle, another S tier. Super fast paced, but pretty fast paced, but super easy to read. One of the most fun bosses. And it's like all three of them coming at you. It's so amazing. I love it. Crystal Guardian. Like, here. He's not hard. Really not hard. He's a joke in the pantheons. But he's quite... But if you just wanted to sit on a bench and, like, he surprises you, he jumps out at you. And it's not... And it got kind of as a bit of difficulty if you're fighting him for the first time, because you probably just went through it, took maybe a couple hits of damage, and now you have to fight this guy, and he's unexpected. So, you might lose maybe once. Collector, B tier. He's absolutely a joke if you have a strong nail, but if you don't, he's a pretty good boss. Like, pretty, not super fun, but like, it's pretty fun to like, it's like interesting for him to send all of his minions at you. I'm actually gonna put this right here. Yeah. And the fact that you can't collect soul is a nice touch, and it's half difficult. So, unless you have Dreamnail. This guy, S tier, no questions asked. These ones, C tier. Not hard at all. Well, no, they're in E tier. They are not fun. They're just too random. They would be fine if they're not super random, but they just weird. That's all I have to say. Marmu. Here. What? These are most of the dream boss, just super uninteresting. Shio. Solid A tier. He's pretty hard on Radiant. He takes some time to charge up his attack so you can prepare. He's just overall really fun, not too fast paced, super readable. He's probably one of the most early game-esque Pantheon bosses. But I haven't played in a long time, so who am I to judge? Grey Princess, I haven't played him because, I don't know. But from what I see, I feel like he's pretty hard, and all the guys coming at you are like, yeah, no. Haven't played. Done. This guy. Zote. I'm gonna look really stupid if this isn't who I think it is, but I'm pretty sure this is a Zote in the Pantheons, not at the Pantheons, in the Colosseum. So in that case, S+. Absolute S+. Where is plus on my keyboard? There we go. That's equals. Alright. This guy. Pretty fun. I like him. The double damage is a nice... The double damage and modified attacks are a nice way to up the difficulty a bit. A tier. This guy... B tier. Pretty easy. I'm just gonna speed fire at this point. Mantis Lords. They're really fun. They're one of the one of the first difficult bosses, and they're a staple in Hollow Knight. Hornets here. It's one of the first like boss feeling bosses, and it's super fun. The way she dashes around, all of the different attacks, because like most bosses at this point have had one, maybe two attacks. She has 1, 2, 3, like 4 attacks. Enraged Guardian, same as this, but higher than Nosk. Gorb here. I don't really know what this one, he's hard, but once you practice him, he is so fun. This one, not as hard, just as fun. He's a nice upgrade to Soul Master. This guy, A tier. I like him because he's not hard, he's a good early game boss, he has very readable attacks, and he's just good overall. Winged Nosk! Can I copy your homework? Okay, thank you. Watcher Knights. Actually, okay. I'm gonna put actually some more in S+. This one and this one are in S+. Controversial opinion, Watcher Knights, S+. Abs Rad, haven't done. Alright. Vessel, whatever it's called. I like him. He's pretty slow, good pace, easily readable. This guy, faster, double damage, S tier. Love him. No questions asked. This one, D tier. He's fun, but he's just not better than, he's not better than any of these top ones. This guy, slightly above this guy. And finally, Malek. Why does he exist? He should not exist. He's not hard or anything. I just want that mask shard, and he somehow finds a way to tilt me all the time. And there you have it. All Hollow Knight bosses ranked. This is in my opinion. I'm sorry if it's bad. Also, Watcher Knight's controversial opinion, best boss. Bye.